System initiated.
His brother Michael is also satisfied.
Welcome to Afrogenesis Artificial Intelligence.
How would it be if just by thinking, your hands started working on their own? No need to press any switch, no need to give any command, you just think it, and your hands do exactly that. Is this a scene from a science fiction movie? No, this is now reality.
Pronation.
System initiated.
Sitting in the corner of a small room, they began their experiments by patching together old electronic components. From simple pen and paper sketches, they went on to create a fully functional robotic hand. How did they do it? And how did their invention end up astonishing even American engineers? Now, the US is desperately searching for them. This is a chapter that could change the lives of millions across the globe. Today, we'll uncover the story of how two young inventors overcame their limitations to develop a groundbreaking technology.
Articulations levels, protocol sequences activated.
David and Moses both grew up in a small town in Kenya. Their love for technology was evident from an early age, but poverty made their lives incredibly challenging.
I am an innovator, a maker.
My name is Moses Kinanjaroge. Since my childhood, I've been curious and passionate innovator.
To support their families, they had to drop out of school midway, but their dreams never stopped. Together, they decided to create something that would change people's lives. Their journey began with the founding of an organization called Afrogenesis.
Check.
Wrist level, under and radius, Y axis, sequential testing.
This wasn't some billion-dollar company instead. It was a small workshop where they experimented with discarded electronic parts. Day after day, night after night, they spent countless hours working on new ideas, driven purely by passion and purpose. There was no modern lab, no advanced technology, but their greatest assets were relentless hard work and unwavering faith in each other. In the beginning, they built small electronic devices to help the local community in small ways. But soon, their attention turned to a much bigger problem: creating affordable and functional prosthetic hands for people with disabilities. That's where the greatest challenge of their lives began: developing a robotic hand that could operate based on the user's brain signals.
Wrist pronation.
System initiated.
While traditional prosthetic hands rely on signals from the muscles, they aimed to build something far more advanced, a device that could be controlled directly by human thought. But was such a thing even possible? Did they have the knowledge or resources required to build such a groundbreaking piece of technology? At first glance, the answer might seem like a definite no. But what they lacked in tools, they made up for with creativity, determination, and an unshakable belief that nothing is impossible. David and Moses set out to create an artificial hand that could be controlled purely by thought. But how do regular prosthetic limbs work? Typically, traditional prosthetics rely on muscle signals, detecting movements or tensions in the remaining muscles to function. But David and Moses chose a completely different path. They developed a neural node biopotential headset, a device worn on the head that can detect brainwave activity. When a person thinks about grabbing an object, the brain sends out a specific signal. This headset captures that signal, converts it into an electrical pulse, and transmits it to the robotic hand, which then moves accordingly. The most remarkable aspect of their invention? It doesn't just respond to thoughts, it also works via voice commands. So, even if someone is unable to form the physical intent in their mind, they can simply speak a command, and the hand will respond. This innovation is especially effective for those whose brain signals still function properly, but whose muscles have weakened or stopped working. David and Moses spent countless days in their workshop researching, experimenting, failing, and trying again. Their first prototype didn't work properly. The brain signals being received weren't strong enough to trigger accurate movement. So, they improved the sensitivity of the system by adding more advanced sensors. They then incorporated a special radio frequency transmitter that could amplify the captured signals and send them more reliably to the robotic hand. What they created wasn't just a substitute for traditional prosthetics. It was something far more advanced. Unlike typical prosthetic hands that are expensive and require extensive training to use, this hand is easier to operate, significantly more affordable, and far more intelligent, responding to both thoughts and voice commands. It's not just a hand, it's a leap forward in human-machine interaction. But innovation is never easy. To create something truly new, one must become friends with failure, and David and Moses' lives became a living testament to that truth. They faced constant obstacles: lack of funding, no access to advanced equipment, no formal research facilities. Their biggest challenge? Knowing where to begin. They had no lab, no expensive machinery. So they made a bold decision to gather whatever components they could from the local junkyard. Day after day, they sifted through piles of discarded electronics, pulling out old computer circuits, broken motors, and used batteries. From this electronic waste, they began building their first prototype. And each time they failed, they didn't stop. They analyzed what went wrong, searched for new solutions, and built a better version. Their journey wasn't just about creating a robotic hand. It was about proving that even the biggest dreams can rise from the humblest beginnings if you have enough courage, resilience, and belief.
Thought of thinking how to start machines that will help persons living with disability.
It wasn't just the robotic hand. David and Moses worked on several other groundbreaking innovations as well. During the COVID-19 pandemic, they developed a disinfection device that could automatically sanitize any surface. They also built an air purification system capable of destroying airborne viruses, making indoor environments significantly safer. But their biggest hurdle remained the same: lack of funding. Innovating at that level requires serious investment, especially for research, testing, and scaling up production. Unfortunately, they didn't have access to those resources. To take their inventions to the next level, they needed the support of investors who could see the potential of their work and help bring it to a global stage. Their story is a powerful reminder. Brilliance can come from anywhere, but for it to shine fully, it sometimes needs a little help. But unfortunately, no major organization has yet stepped forward to support them. So, the question remains, what is the future of their invention? Can it truly change lives on a global scale? And what are David and Moses planning next? The truth is, their journey is far from over. In fact, this is just the beginning. Their dream isn't just to build a robotic hand, it's to build one that is affordable, effective, and accessible to all. Today, most advanced prosthetic hands cost thousands of dollars, far out of reach for people in low-income communities. But their mission is to create a version that could reach every corner of the world, including underserved regions of Africa and beyond. According to their vision for the future, they want to improve the robotic hand in two major ways. Make it lighter and stronger, so it feels more natural and durable for everyday use. Integrate it with a smartphone app via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, allowing users to easily control the hand, adjust settings, and customize functionality through a simple interface. Their story teaches us something powerful. You don't need a fancy degree to achieve great things. What you truly need are big dreams, relentless effort, and the courage to keep going, especially when the world isn't watching yet. David and Moses are proof that the future of innovation doesn't just lie in wealthy labs. It can rise from dusty workshops, fueled by passion and the will to make a difference.